Hello everybody, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus with me, Flik. This episode is dedicated to Lord Psychon. Thank you very much for your continued support on Patreon and streams and everything else. And we're going to take another stab at the loser Lazarus getting to Mega Satan. After we lost an Azazel run of all things last time, although I'm going to put the blame for that on Dunscap, fair and square. Didn't know what it was when I picked it up, obviously. The seed is HYQR, HSNR. Too many R's, too many H's. They are in the same place on both rows. That is not boding well. Is that always a luck-up pill? I never play as Lazarus, so I forget things about him. Other than he can die and come back better, but with less HP. But that doesn't matter because the goal here is sacrifice rooms more so than anything else. We're not after a win in general, we're just very specifically after Mega Satan. And after we do that, that just leaves the Forgotten and Forsaken. Forgotten? Whichever, the skeleton guy. And the Lost. Well, and the Keeper, I guess, but I don't have him unlocked. I keep on telling myself, go looking for a mod that unlocks everything connected to Greed Mode, because I don't want to play Greed Mode ever again. I keep on saying I will, and then I always forget. You know what? Maybe this will be the day. After I finish recording this video, I will go find the stupid thing. I just want to get the unlocks associated. I don't want to unlock everything for the Keeper. I'll play as him, even though I don't think he's a very good character from what I know of him. Could have been. Ah. Okay, leave that there for now. It's not a double floor, right? No. Gotta remember that's there, though. It's a basement, so how many more rooms could there be? Anyway, I come bearing stories, and it's not... Grandpa Flik talks about the television he's been watching. Although I imagine if you were sick of me talking about the things I've been watching on Netflix recently, you would have crashed out the series a long time ago. But that said, nope. I've not been watching anything that I haven't already talked about elsewhere. Well, on my day off yesterday, I watched season 21 of South Park. That wasn't on Netflix, so I watched seasons of South Park as they come out on DVD. And it was a pretty bad season, honestly, and I'm pretty sure that's the season they acknowledged as being bad, because I remember reading that after what I assume was season 21, they kind of went on record as saying, yeah, we're spending too much time like trying to poke fun at Trump. It's not interesting, it's not fun, it's too easy. So we're going to go back to doing like proper normal shows next season. And I'm pretty sure this is the season that made them realise that they were going down the wrong track. Where the hell is my item room? And it showed. The B stories weren't particularly interesting either. And it was way too on the nose as well. It's like... They've done... Like, I like new South Park better than old South Park. I watched old South Park and I was the right age for it because I was a kid, so the gross out stuff and the swearing, etc. that appealed to me. But as I got older, that was like, who cares? But then they started doing topical programs done the week they aired, which is a very interesting concept. I feel like it's going to be a big mistake if I take this, and yet at the same time I'm thinking, do it because you never pick it up and we can always restart. I'll do it. It does give you a range up, which is fun, I suppose. I was just curious of what, if anything, would be in the shop. So yeah, I do like the shift South Park made to political, topical humour. It appealed more to me as an adult than if they'd stuck with just the gross out stuff. They still do gross out stuff, but it's on subjects that are topical enough that I think that they're more interesting. That said, the obvious thing dominating America right now is their shoddy, mentally ill president. So, as much as it's fun to make fun of Trump, and very, very deserving, it gets old real quick. Because there's only... You're making fun of a clown. That's what you're doing. And it's kind of like you're constantly punching down if you're making fun of a clown. Because they're already designed to be laughed at. So it's not hard. So, yeah, I'm glad they realised that. I hope Season 22 is better. I assume it's already aired, but, you know, as I say, I wait for the DVD releases, so I probably won't see it for like half a year. But I hope it's more interesting. That wasn't the story I had to tell. I got totally off track of what I was talking about, but that's what I spent my day off watching instead of anything on Netflix. I did end up watching some Netflix in the evening, but it wasn't anything new. I watched some old seasons of Still Game, which is a Scottish comedy that I think I've spoken about before. God, I'm glad I had something to talk about during that long-ass boss fight. I think I went to every room, so we're sure there's not a sacrifice room. Let's get out of here. No, the thing I want to talk about is something else. On Sunday for me, obviously this is going to be out of date by the time you hear this, before a stream we were having a chat about, well, we chat about many things before the stream. If you're curious, swing by like 15 minutes to half an hour before my normal start time. And there's usually people, including myself, because I'm there getting set up. Oh crap, what is this room? I've never had this room before. People, including myself, and we just like shoot the shit. We just talk about whatever, or nothing, or we just spam emotes, that kind of thing. But anyway, on Sunday we just happened to get on the subject of music. I don't remember why or who brought it up. Something's still alive. But we got nattering about music. Specifically, as it turns out, quite a few of us there liked punk rock in the late 90s, early 2000s. So we got talking about the various bands like Sum 41, Blink-182, Eve 6, and Green Day, and just like all the music that we liked from them. And it jogged a memory for me because I think I probably mentioned before I taught myself how to play bass, and it was punk rock music that got me interested in learning to play an instrument. And I can't remember who said it, but somebody happened to mention that their favourite Green Day song was Minority. And I was like, I have not thought about that song in literally 5 more years. I totally forgot it was a thing, and I used to play along to it because the bass line to Minority is really, really satisfying to play. It sounds good. It's fairly difficult if you're not very good at playing it, like I am. And it's a really nice bass line. I used to play that all the time. That and as far as like Green Day stuff goes, Holiday. That's a good bass line as well. But anytime I picked up my bass since, which isn't terribly often as I've gotten older, I usually end up just playing along to music that isn't Green Day, for whatever reason. But that was a song where it jogged my memory so hard I wanted to play it again. So my day off, late in the evening, I looked over at my bass guitar, which is right behind me in the corner of my office. I was like, I'm going to try and remind myself how to play that. So got my bass guitar, sat down at my desk, got the pick in hand. I was like, okay, I used to play this song all the time. Play it. And I just kind of sat there. I kind of just like picked a few notes, and I was like, I do not remember. And then I kind of remembered how it's not the chorus. It's the bits between the verses that isn't the chorus. It's very basic bits of the song. I was kind of like, I can't remember how to do that. But then it's also kind of similar to Damn It by Blink-182. So it got confused in my head. And I was like, no, I cannot remember this. This has made me sad. Oh, there's a third Green Day song that's a really good bass line as well. What's that called? When I Come Around, is that the one? I'm going to have to remind myself how to play that one now as well. I can vaguely remember it. Anyway, that's not the point. And now I know two things I'm going to do after I finish recording this. Go listen to When I Come Around, see if it's the song I think I'm remembering with the very central bass. Relearn that. But anyway, Minority, couldn't remember a damn thing, so I looked up some tabular for it. And if you don't know what tabular is, it's music notes for people who don't know how to read music notes, of which I include myself. Very easy to understand, much easier to understand than learning musical notes, in my opinion. But obviously I haven't learned musical notes, so I would say that, wouldn't I? So I went and found tabular, and I taught myself to play it in the 90s, or around then, so I couldn't find the exact tab I used when I was a kid. So I found one anyway. Give me a time. Still not enough, but... So I saw the highest voted bass tab that Google returned, so I looked at it, started kind of playing along to it really slowly, and I was like, in the back of my head I was telling myself, these are not the same notes that I learned when I was a kid. It's a different layout, because if you aren't aware, on a bass guitar, it's possible to play the same note in different locations. Like, for instance, an open string is the same note as a 5 bar on the next string down, just as a random aside. So there's various notes like that. You can play the same note in different places. It depends. You don't have to copy the artist. Like, some layouts are more comfortable than others, etc., etc. It doesn't matter. But the point is, this was very different to how I remembered it. Oh, thank you very much. Well, it would have been a fantastic room, but we have to walk away because we're after angel deals. But then something really weird happened. I was very, very slowly plucking the notes, looking at this tabular on my computer, being like, nope, this is not ringing any bells. I swear to you, all of a sudden, both my hands just started playing Minori. And then I looked down at my hands doing this, and it suddenly came flooding back. And I played the bass line to Minori perfectly. Well, as perfectly as I was ever able to do it, let's see. And it scared me because I didn't know what I was doing. My hands did it by themselves, and I swear to you that is the case. It was muscle memory kicking in before my brain could catch up. Like the muscle memory, that's how artists are able to play like very intricate songs and sing at the same time or dance around stage. It's all muscle memory. They've become so familiar with their songs, they're not even paying attention to their hands doing it. And I was never able to do that, ever. I always had to concentrate on what I was doing because I wasn't very good. And this is the first time it's kind of just, it shocked me that suddenly muscle memory came into play, and then my brain thought, oh yeah, you do this, and then you do that part, and then you do this part. Honestly, I started making more mistakes once I was focusing on it. Because I was like, what notes am I playing? I genuinely didn't know what notes I was playing. And as soon as I started trying to focus on what notes I was playing, I got worse. The muscle memory was stronger than my brain. And I have never experienced that in my entire life. Like, it genuinely shocked me. But I guess that's also because I've never done anything where muscle memory would be important. Well, actually, muscle memory does have some importance in games. Well, maybe even more than some, and it's just I never notice it. But it is weird, like in Monster Hunter Generations, the L monster, it has a status effect it can afflict you with where your controls are reversed. And it doesn't faze me at all, because it's just like, okay, fine, I know how to move in games, I've moved in so many games, it's just a case of doing the opposite of what my brain thinks, and it's just... I snapped my fingers, sorry if that was overly loud. But you know what I mean? It was just like, snap fingers, yep, got it, it's fine, just reverse what I think I'm to press. And that kind of weirds me out as well that I can do that, but nothing has weirded me out more than my brain just making things worse and my muscles being like, yeah, we remember this, don't worry brain, just sit this one out and we've got it for you. I had no aspirations to play bass professionally or anything. Oh, well that's just bloody typical, isn't it? I hope I don't have to go back the way. I had no aspirations to ever like play professionally or anything like that. I literally only taught myself because I loved the bass lines to a lot of music. Bass is relatively easy. There's fundamentals the same between normal guitar and bass guitar, but it is still easier. And I just wanted to play along to the music that honestly had a massive effect on me. Which it's a story I've probably told in Isaac many years ago, but hell, viewership has changed since then, so why not tell it again? When I was a kid, I wasn't around music. I was around kind of like old-fashioned music, like my mum listened to Queen, that kind of thing. I was exposed to that kind of music. Does this improve our deal with the devil chance? No, so we can take it safely. Good. But other than kind of like the old stuff that she listened to, which I like today, like Queen is fantastic, David Bowie is fantastic. The only music I was exposed to as a kid was a friend of mine who was very into pop music. Very specifically the likes of Spice Girls and things. Now, fair enough if you like that kind of music, but I had to listen to Spice Girls ad nauseum, and I hated it. And I was like, my formative music years were being subjected to pop music my friend liked that I despised. So I was like, oh, that's music? That's probably what resulted in me appreciating gaming music, like music from 8-bit games, etc. from my childhood. Mega Man X music, all that crap. I know there could be a sacrifice room, but I ain't going back. Like, I appreciated gaming music more as a result of hating the quote-unquote actual music I was subjected to daily. Like, anytime I went to my friend's house, he insisted on having his albums playing, and I hated it. So it soured me on music, and then thanks to anime music videos of the late 90s, which a lot of which used punk rock as their music, it was like discovering a lost species. It's like, oh my god, there's actually music where it sounds like there's emotion behind it, where there's emotions that aren't found in pop music expressed, like anger or resentment or depression or, you know, things that you feel at that age. So that just got me infatuated with punk rock music. Like, I guess anime is to blame, or to thank, depending on your perspective. Dragon Ball Z anime music videos. It didn't have the same effect on a lot of them. Like, a lot of Dragon Ball Z music videos from that time period loved having Linkin Park put to their videos. That didn't rub off on me. I was never particularly into them. But very specifically punk rock. No shouting and screaming, although I did end up kind of enjoying certain screamy music as I got older. But just bog standard punk rock music. Being mad at your parents, mad at the world. You know, that kind of crap. But not just that, not just the lyrics, but the music itself. It felt like it had a lot more passion in it than studio produced pop music. And I especially liked punk rock music where the singer wasn't particularly good. Like Billy Joe Armstrong, Tom DeLonge, they aren't good singers, but they're emotive singers. And I appreciated that a lot more because it felt passionate. So as a result of getting into this, I wanted to teach myself how to play an instrument. I wanted to play along to this music that had made a significant difference to my life. And then when I looked into it a little bit more, I realized the bits I hum along to, or I especially like in a lot of these songs, they're the bass lines. Like bass is always stereotypically the band member nobody cares about because it's just bass. Especially in punk rock, that's kind of true. It's also why punk rock is very easy to play along to, because the bass lines for a lot of punk rock music is just the root notes of the guitar, which in other words means you're hitting easy chords, let's say, or not even hitting chords, just single notes. So it's easy to play along to. And you get to be creative, you get to teach yourself a skill. It was another hobby outside of gaming. And it was really fun. I still like playing along to music, although I definitely do not do it nearly as often as I used to when I was a kid. Cursed Eye. No, I am not taking Cursed Eye on top of my reflection. I'm not taking 2 bad items in one run. Even if it is kind of tempting. Like, if you have any well, not even if you have aspirations to, like, play in a band, or, you know, play at your school recital, or some garbage, you know, you don't need that. I really want Potato Peeler, because I think we could do some good stuff here. Damn it. Well, that did improve our deal with this, hopefully, angel chance. I am definitely wanting Potato Peeler, though. Like, if you just want to play along to the music you like, for your Christmas, for your birthday, ask for a guitar. Bass guitar or otherwise. Like, I would say normal guitar is harder. Hell, you could pick up... I did this exact thing, so I know it's possible. Went to a charity shop, picked up an old crappy acoustic guitar before I wanted to also learn how to play proper guitar, and just strummed along on that. Now, it was right-handed, and I'm left-handed, so I had to restring it. But that also taught me how to restring a guitar relatively easily. And you can, they're not, oh, Double Envy. And there are a lot of, like, cheapo brands of guitar. You don't need to go right to Les Paul when you want to test whether or not you're interested in learning how to play an instrument. Like, the bass I'm using it's when you want a left-handed bass, your options are very limited in terms of quality. So I've just got, like, it's a Richmond, I think, and that's not a particularly good brand. A Richmond bass, because they're one of the few people who do left-handed basses. And it does the job, it's fine. And I've got just like a basic Marshall amp, although I haven't used my amp for a long time. I usually just play along to songs without needing to hear it back. It's not super expensive, especially not when you compare it to gaming these days. If you wanted quality, like you wanted a really high quality guitar, or bass guitar, then yeah, you're going to be investing a lot of money there. Actually, your school probably does like music stuff, right? I had a music class when I was younger. And there was the ability then to learn how to play guitar or bass guitar, but I had no interest in music back then because that's when I was subjected to my friend's bloody pop music. So all I did in music class was pretend to learn to play the keyboard. And I remember, I specifically remember seeing like a group of people from my class getting taken to the sound booth by my music teacher at the time. And they had like proper guitars on and bass guitars. And I remember thinking like, wow, that looks so much more interesting than what I'm doing. But my impression was sour because I was thinking to myself, oh, they're just going to go and play like the same shitty music I've been hearing every day. If things had been different, like if I'd found punk rock while I was still in early school when there was the option to take music without it turning into something you're aiming for in terms of like a standard grade, I still probably wouldn't have because I have crippling shyness and was definitely more shy during school. So I still probably wouldn't have because I don't like performing in front of others, which brings me on to the next subject of this. I decided to prove that I'd re-taught myself how to play Minority by recording it without an amp, straight into the microphone. You're hearing me talking. Oh, of course it was a deal with the devil, come on now. Straight into the mic you're hearing me talk to right now, using a pick, so the pick was incredibly audible, and outside of punk rock it's generally frowned upon to use a pick for playing bass, for the record, but don't let people tell you what to do. If you prefer using a pick, you use a pick. But anyway, I did that, and I thought, I'm going to put it on Twitter and show people that I re-taught myself it, because I was more impressed at my muscle memory than anything else. I wasn't impressed that I could do it, because I could do it when I was a kid. I was impressed that my muscles had re-taught me how to do something. So like, sure, I'm going to show that off. Even though I'm breaking so many cardinal sins of music. Like using an open mic, not recording via an amp, or via connecting to a computer. You can get that stuff. I had that stuff when I was younger. Never could get it to work to the best it probably could, because I don't know about sound design. But I did have stuff that let you record bass and guitar straight onto a PC and add kind of amp effects without needing an actual amp. I think I sold them, because I was trying to remember after doing this stuff. Like, I had that. Oh, a sacrifice room. I also totally forgot to buy potato peeler on the last floor. Well, bugger. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I think I sold that stuff. I'm almost certain I probably just sold it on eBay or something, because I figured I didn't need it anymore. I want to keep my 33% chance, so we're going to have to wait till we get some Spirit Hearts now. Yeah, we'll open this. Why not? So anyway, I posted it. Reception to it was very nice. Thank you to those who did listen to it. If you want to hear me embarrass myself by playing bass in such a uncouth manner, it's still on Twitter. As of 25th of the month. It's there. Be gentle if you're an actual musician. And that's the other thing I wanted to mention. There's a musician I recently, diction is important, recently found on YouTube thanks to looking for covers of music from Night in the Woods, called Kenny Young. He's South Korean who loves punk rock and has a very unique singing voice. Love all the covers he's done. I subscribed to him, followed him on Twitter, and he very kindly followed me back. Still though, he's definitely incredibly talented. He does all the instruments and all the singing himself for the songs he covers, or his own original stuff as well. And he listened to me playing bass into an open mic without an amp, and I felt incredibly embarrassed. Because like someone with actual talent was listening to it. No offense to any of my other Twitter followers, but I don't know of any other actual musicians that follow me. And it was kind of like one of those moments where you just get, oh, what's that? Where you kind of like bite your knuckle being like, oh, I've embarrassed myself. I hate embarrassing myself. Why did I do that? Sure, let's see what happens with this. I think that about concludes my story of me embarrassing myself, and also, that's not a good tier effect. What are the take-home messages of what I've just been blathering about the last 20 minutes? I'm I'm sure there's a message here somewhere. Learn to play an instrument is very satisfying. Play along to your favourite songs, even if you have no aspirations to be in a band. Teaches you hand-eye coordination, teaches you muscle memory, which I didn't fully believe in until last night. And it can just be very satisfying to learn a skill. I guess that's my message. As with most things, I don't really have a message when I talk. It's just I blather and things happen sometimes. Or I end up just talking tactics when I'm playing Isaac. Lemon Party, alright. Let's see. This is not the mom floor. I can get up to 100% angel chance if I play the sacrifice room a couple more times. There's a battery there, right? I'm getting us to 100% devil chance, or rather 100% angel chance, but the deal still might not happen. Okay, we don't want it yet. Let's go over here and try a couple more plays should get me to 100. Although I could also just try and force an angel statue to spawn here. Yeah, there's my 100% angel chance if we get the deal. So now we're going to fight the boss. Sister. And then we're going to see if we get our 33.5 or 33.75 chance. My speed was too low to avoid that. This sister on the left should be close to death. Alright. Angel deal? Damn it. That's okay though, because we still have batteries. Oh right, I hadn't cleaned this room. Cleared, not cleaned. I don't clean my room. Oh, the Hierophant, that's perfect. Oh, just you wait till one of these shots get you. They're starting to hurt. I assume it's because we have my reflection that's making them react so weirdly. It's not just some random worm effect that's doing this, it's the worm plus my reflection. But it's kind of working. Thanks to our big tier rate. Okay, so there's still one battery there, but we can get a charge by clearing the big room. We want the angel statue number 1 to appear. We got an item? That's weird. Which one is this? Eucharist. We just got a 100% chance. God damn it. Okay, now we need to go get that battery charged. I might as well clear these rooms. Try for... oh, there's a battery back here too. Just clear a couple rooms real quick. Oh, why did I do that? I wasted a battery charge. I also may not have finished that room now. I also don't need to clear this room unless I get a battery as well. There we are. Oh, it did count. Black heart. Fair enough. Oh, god damn it. I really want the battery though. Thank you. We have to be super close to the angel spawning. We have to be. It feels like it should have spawned already, but we got Eucharist instead. There we are. Not an ideal room for fighting this at all, but we'll make do. Eucharist isn't 100% deal with angel chance every floor, is it? It would just be this floor. It's an angel room item, therefore I don't know what it does. Thank you. Oh, never mind, we're just going to get both angel parts here. We can actually make this happen. We're strong, but we're not super strong, so now we need to focus on getting stronger. Don't leave the room. The door did not close. Or maybe it did, but the bomb blew it open. This is the tougher statue. This room is making this very difficult. I think Host Hat saved me there. Alright, we have the key. This run now matters. We have a way to get health back. Not super quickly, but a way to get health back. I will go to the shop. We have enough that I'm curious what's in there. That shot came out before the fly was fully spawned. Shenanigans. I don't know where you are, but my tier will find you. Sooner or later. This helps build up another charge of Satanic Bible, so it's still worth doing. We struggle when enemies are right in our face because we have no control over where our tiers are going. PhD. Whoops. We have one more shop. What's this? Ace of Hearts. Garbage. I'm kicking myself about that potato peeler and forgetting that now, especially now that the run has legs. Because we could have had all the room in the world for Spirit Hearts and had what, a tier 3 and a tier 2 cube of meat with us. That hurts. Oh wait, the deal is just open now. Oh. I could have saved myself a little bit of hassle, but whatever. We're getting decreased returns here, yeah. No need to kill the angel statue, down we go. We can speed up now, aiming for Mega Satan. The Mega Satan fight is not going to be easy if we stay at 10 damage. It's not a super high amount of damage, although our tier rate is fantastic. And our shot speed is amazingly high for some reason. Oh wait, our shot speed is 2.22. Yeah, that is a very above average shot speed. So it's no wonder the shots are just like firing out like missiles. That plus a 6 tier rate is working out very well. I said 6 tier rate there, not sick, although sick would have been just as apt. I'm liking the worm effect we've got going on. Don't need to take store credit or a credit card or whatever one it is. Unless there's multiple 15-cent items in the shop I want. Although I guess we could like actively aim to trade away HP at this point. Stop firing, stop firing, stop firing. I would like to hit both these because the shop currently is not appealing. Jar of flies, battery baby, yes, because that helps us keep ourselves alive with Spirit Hearts. We do want to get rid of our red HP. But that means this is a library. No, it's a double key room. Never mind, it's not a library. We knew that already. I wasn't paying attention. We just need the mom fight. And ideally some way to traverse the later floors quicker because we just want to get to Mega Satan. Oh good, Curse of the Maze. Oh good, that room I don't like doing. Especially when we have low speed, which we do. We're excelling at big rooms just because our shot speeds our shots plus tiers are going all over the place. It's almost like we have dimensional tiers. If we got that item, that would be a pretty interesting effect. Is it just called dimensional tiers? You know, the one that makes your shots come back in from the other side of the screen. It's almost as if we have that. Big room followed by big room. What a waste of charges. That's probably the right way though. Ah yes, this room. I'm not quite sure why my tier height must have increased from one of the items we picked up. The host hat maybe? Because we're getting shots over stuff that normally you wouldn't be able to hit over and we don't have spectral tiers. That's very strange. The room's counting is done, right? Oh damn it, we do have to go the other way. Oh, now there's a sight for sore eyes. It sadly does make our tier rate worse ever so slightly, but it's worth it because we have flinging scythes. Very nearly just walked on the spikes. Please, by all means swap this room out of the way so I don't have to do it. Yeah, unavoidable damage with our speed such as it is. But luckily it doesn't matter. There's no reason why Death's Touch should give you tears down. There's no reason at all. There's so few tears up items. Either make it neutral or make it a tears up. Oh, decides not move bombs. I probably already knew that. It teleported us right to the boss though, so that's handy. Are we ready for mom? Had our item room. Double key room I don't care about. Don't need sacrifice rooms. Yeah, we're ready. Let's stab mother. And we're immune to our foot as well, so we don't need to worry about it dropping on us. Get destroyed. Ooh, we don't need to... Well, we're already Lazarus, so that's just confusing. We'll take the old stats up, even though it takes another red heart. Because I wanted the stats. I think I'm going to hold on to this 48-hour energy pill in, like, apocalyptic scenario. Meaning, I do really badly on one of these later floors, such that I die, come back as other Lazarus, and then I'm desperate for spirit hearts. Because that's the only way we're getting rid of our red hearts at this point, because we're getting 100% angel deal chances. So we're not getting rid of red health. We don't really care about that because we've had small rock, but whatever. There's 2 spirit hearts in play, meaning I don't need to use a charge. I'm surprised that this run, I wouldn't say it was necessarily made better by my reflection, but it's one of those rare occasions where my reflection did not make it worse. If we didn't have that, if we didn't take the Ouroboros worm or whatever the hell it's called, I'm just gonna go if you don't mind. Then we'd just be shooting scythes relatively quickly in a straight line, which is good but boring. This is far more interesting. And on these big rooms, it gives us so much coverage that we're clearing them a lot faster, which is weird, but it seems to be the case. Really wish I'd donated on that last floor after spending what I wanted in the shop, but oh well. Because I have not been putting any money into the donation machine for a while now. Let's try up here. It depends on how the map grows, this might be the wrong way still. They are coming in off the other side of the screen. Like, I am getting the dimensional tear effect even though I don't have it, just purely because they're doing boomerang curves. How strange. Come on. Give me the boss fight. No, I said give me the boss fight, not room full of holes. I can see how you would be confused because they sound similar. If we were to get Sacred Heart because we're getting angel deals, so we would have big, glowy damage scythes, that would be very fun. Oh, you're screwed. Tear right back up. Ooh, Breath of Life garbage. Holy Light, meh. Relic, we don't really need the survivability. I am very interested in getting the crown, because we're not getting hit that often. It lowered our shot speed. Why does the crown lower shot speed? The crown is so rare. There is no reason for it to do something negative to you at all. Oh, have a donation machine, please. Ah, it's a shame. Oh, was there a luck up penny there? Nope. So now we've got a crap ton more damage as long as we don't get hit in a room. If we do get hit in a room, our shot speed goes back up, so we're still doing okay damage. But yeah, our scythes are bigger. And we have a crown. Did you have a crown? No. Oh, you don't. That's a shame. I've got a crown. Still. Where is it they say comes before a fall? Oh, that's right. Somebody with a weird fetish. It's one of the cleverest jokes I've ever told. The joke I'm most proud of, though, is one that's in the quote list on Twitch. Which is one of my favourite spur-of-the-moment things I've ever said, even though it's slightly offensive. And it was when we were playing Fortnite, and we were doing our jump, and picking where to go, and Valinar said, "I'm coming in way low," and I immediately, without missing a beat, replied, Oh, is that your favourite Japanese prostitute? The joke could only have been better had I said Chinese, because Weilo is a much more Chinese-sounding name than Japanese. But that is my favourite off-the-cuff stupid thing I've ever said. Not stupid. I'm being too self-deprecating. The off-the-cuff wittiest thing I've said in recent years, and it just came to me. But it is slightly offensive. Offensive to whom? I think just in general. Having a little bit of trouble seeing the shots coming in there. Prayer card I do not want. Up we go. Up we go. There we are. Isaac then Mega Saiyan. Do we have enough keys for the 4 chests? Yes we do. Let's pick left is best. Sloth, you cannot hope to destroy me. Moving on. Dead end. Well, if you've got to find a dead end, find them early. If I found an Emperor card, I would not use it. I don't want to let hubris be my downfall. I want to hold on. Oh, thank goodness. I want to hold on to this 48-hour energy pill as my get out of jail free for making a mistake on the Mega Satan fight. Yeah, it was pretty unavoidable, that damage there. I just walked right into the shot like, oh, what happens if I put my face against this damage? Oh, I take damage? I did it again. I'm finding it a little hard to get the shots in. He did it again. I did it a 3rd time. Wait a minute, how did I get that charge? Oh, a battery must have spawned right on me. Going to take a little bit longer now because we've lost the crown damage, but we can also fire more, so it's still kind of balancing out. Oh, that's a perfect position to stand. Fill the room! One more cycle. Alright. What we've been looking for from the chests here, just damage. We're at the tier cap. Unless we get an item that breaks the tier cap, we just want damage. Glitter bombs, little Gertie. Okay. It's more damage. Speed down, unfortunately, but whatever. Stay still. Fill the room with scythes. We didn't get him straight to spawning sins as fast as I thought we were gonna. Alright, still relatively quick, but that was not as fast as I thought it would be. Because keep in mind, eventually we are going to get hit and I'm going to lose the crown and things are going to slow down in general. Probably the angels or death, because I can't see his scythes. Because my scythes are better than his. Get out of here, war. You good for nothing. Blah. Oh, angels? Nope, other sins. Forgot about that. Thank goodness we got the easy one first. Lust has got to go because I can't see the floor. Oh, very unlucky spawn time there. Okay, we're still holding on. The angels are going to spawn in a second. Or right now, as it happens. Our slightly bulbous size made that a little bit harder to navigate through. Sorry, the fallen angels. They're not angels. They're edgy angels. Alright, gotta get him to second phase now. Killed one of the hands. Ah, there we go, second phase. He still had a hand out there. The size of your death are circling your face. He's not cracked yet. Ah, finally got hit. Wait, I didn't lose the crown? Why am I not losing the crown? I'm taking damage. That's weird. Maybe because I'm not taking red heart damage? It's almost dead. Hail said. Goodbye. Long baby unlocked. Yeah, there you go. So now it's just the Lost and Forgotten Forsaken. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to go look for that greed mod thing now on the Steam Community Hub or whatever it's called. Thank you for watching. Thank you again to Lord Psychon. See you next time. Ta for now.